To continue, I have picked two different finger patterns for you. They are stock finger patterns, but they are very important because they appear in a ton of different musical situations. And so the first one of these is the 1. For example, we'll just use this E note here for our first finger, a 2 on the next fret, and a 4 2 frets away. So that is a 1, 2, 4 finger pattern, leaving the 3 out. Now this appears in major scales. This would be, for example, these 3 notes, the E, F, and G, would be the middle part of a C major scale, from the 3rd, the 4th to the 5th. If you know it, that's great. If you don't, we'll talk about that later. Okay. To make a little exercise out of it, let's just start on this A note here. And so this will be exercise 3 on your sheet, and here is how it goes. So we'll play a 1, followed by the 2, and then a 4. And then back to this E here, 1, 2, 4. And another 1, 2, 4 on the A string, exactly the same notes, just a string lower. And watch how I'm always doing that pivoting, that little following my fingers along with my hand. And then next on the E string, 1, 2, and 4. And I'm gonna reverse it on the way back. So I'm gonna start on the 4th finger. So on the way back, I'm gonna play 4, 2, 1. Reason being, so we can play this both ways, you know, from any direction, from top to bottom or from the bottom note to the top note. Okay, that's always a very important thing, to know everything both ways. Again, just from this E string, 4, 2, and 1. From the A string, 4, 2, and 1. I'm always pivoting, always following my fingers with my hand. 4, 2, 1 on the D string, and another 4, 2, and 1 back on the G string. So the second one of these finger patterns is the 1, 3, 4 finger pattern. And that's a great one, for example, to start a minor scale with, or maybe the end of a major scale. So for example, if I start on this A here and play an A and then play the 3rd finger, play that B note with the 3rd finger and play a C with my 4th finger, that would be the start of an A minor scale of some sort. Or it also could be, for example, the end of a C major scale. It could be a couple of other things, but that doesn't really matter for now. Now the exercise that we're gonna do will make it a little bit more elaborate. So this time I'm gonna go up and back down already in one go, okay? And we'll do that on every string again. So let's say A, B to C, back, C, B to A. Now on the D string, E, F sharp, G, and back to G, F sharp, E. On your A string, we'll grab that B here on the 2nd fret. This is a great way to learn your notes, by the way, but like I said earlier, don't worry about that too much. It really is about moving your fingers this time, okay? So B, C sharp to D, back to D, C sharp, B, and from your E string here, there is an F sharp on the 2nd fret, to a G sharp on the 4th fret, and to an A, and then back from A, G sharp, and F sharp. That is the way we'd actually come down to the strings. Now to go back to that G string, I reversed the order of things, so we're gonna start on the higher notes first. So we'll go from the 4, 3, and 1, and then back 1, 3, 4. On the next string, 4, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4. On the D string, 4, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4. And on the G string, 4, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4. Both of these finger patterns are so great for you to learn to move your hand while you're playing with your 4 fingers, while you're using the 4-finger technique, combining the 2 of them. 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 1, 1, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1. See how my hand is always making that little movement, that little leap following the fingers around. That's so important, Imagine that your fingers are these little wheels and the string is your track. And basically your little wheels are moving on that track. And as they are moving, your hand is the cart. And of course, the cart will stay with the wheels. It's not going to come away from it. It's not going to be there or ahead of it. It's going to stay exactly where those little wheels or the fingers are. So that's maybe a really good way to remember all of this. Just imagine your hand being a cart with your fingers being the wheel. And as you wheel around that cart, it always follows. It is attached to the wheels anyways. So, and that's how your fingers will move up and down in a really nice and free way, and that will add so much to your technique. Once you start to be able to do things easier and more efficiently, playing becomes a lot more fun, So that's why I'm giving you all of this stuff to really start to free up your hand, and with that, free up your playing and your playing abilities. So in fact, let's just do that little exercise. I'm going to do a 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 1, followed by a 1, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1. So coming from this A again, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 1. Now 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1. Of course, if you want, you can actually start to learn your notes and start to call them out, but you don't have to, okay? And again, you can do that on every string. So 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 1, 1, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1. I will write this out. So this will become exercise 4 in your sheet. To wrap up our lesson today, there is one more exercise I want to give you. And this is a really, really nice one because it uses all 4 of your fingers. And again, just like the one in the 3-finger technique, it is a really nice musical phrase. So already we are using our fingers, even though we might not even know the notes, but we are using our fingers to create a musical phrase, a nice little musical line to play with this 1, 2, 3, 4 technique. Okay, so here's what I mean. Here's the line itself. So we have a 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the next string. This is a more elaborate version of that blues phrase that we have played before with the 1, 2, 4 technique. That's a really nice little phrase. But for now, play it really slowly. You don't need to add any rhythm or anything, just play through the notes. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, from the next string, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. From the A string, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the E string, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, and an open E string there. That's the way down. And now let's just go back from the E string to the G string. And again, I have turned this around. So on the way up, it will be 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1 on the next string. And then 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1 on the next string. 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1 on the next string. And here, 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, coming back to that G note there. Now to give you a quick summary, take little portions of this lesson. So for example, just work on the first 3 frets here, work on your 1, 2, 4 technique. That's all you need to do for one day or even for a week or for a couple of weeks. Just work on that, make sure that your fingers are starting to move, okay? Then take the exercises in that, play the first exercise, play it slowly, then play the second exercise, maybe a couple of days later, or when you have time, just look at some of the exercises here. And so go through it gradually. Play the second exercise in a 1, 2, 4 section, then go on to the 1, 2, 3, 4. play the exercises, play that nice little crawler exercise going up and down on your fingerboard, play the stock finger patterns with the exercises that come with them, but maybe even just play one of those exercises a day. And if you'd like to use any of these exercises as warm-ups, by all means do that. I think that's a great way to utilize them. All right, hope you guys are well. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy working on all of this stuff.